Mavericks fans, tough Game 1 loss last night. We'll look ahead to Game 2 later on in the video. But in the meantime, flush that loss. And hey, let's bring the good vibes only here. Immaculate vibes only. Subscribe to the channel, the latest Mavs news, rumors. We're going to hit on a couple of rumors before we take a look at Game 2 today, so stay tuned for that. If you want more Mavericks videos, hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. You're watching Dallas Mavericks Today. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Appreciate you guys for tuning in on today's show. And let's go ahead and get into some rumors. And let's start with LeBron James. Remember a month or so ago we were talking about LeBron teaming up with Luka? Well, those rumors are back because of LeBron himself. He did a little Q&A on Twitter in Black Air Forces, was that Japri, I don't want to mispronounce. He asked LeBron a question, favorite player under 25. And LeBron said, as we mentioned on that video about a month ago, he loves Luka, and that's what he said. He's my favorite player, and I think he meant period, not just under the age of 25. So cue the LeBron to Dallas rumors, baby. They're back. Bring him to Dallas. And look, LeBron comes with a lot of drama, but you can't tell me if he was available, you wouldn't bring him to Dallas to team with Luka, because if we know anything, LeBron always wins you a title. It might end ugly, it might be disastrous, but if you get a title out of it, isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth it? Now, weird to say in the middle of a title run, but teaming up LeBron with Luka obviously is fun to think about. Had his best season ever from a scoring standpoint at over 38 points per game. We know he can rebound. We know he can dish. We know he's still a good defender. LeBron James is incredible, and that's something we've mentioned before, is that he has a lot of admiration for Luka Doncic and vice versa. Luka likes LeBron a lot. LeBron likes Luka a lot. These guys respect each other, and that is something you have to consider at the end of the day. And look, let's be honest, it's pretty unlikely, but you have to explore every avenue if you're Dallas. Now, LeBron's not leaving LA unless he wants to, and that does not appear to be the case at this point in time. But hey, the NBA is weird. Weird stuff happens. I mean, you just never know. And it's sure that if LeBron does play with Luka, it's not going to be at LA. Luka's not going anywhere. He just signed that Supermax. They finally have broken through in the playoffs. The Mavericks have. So if LeBron's going to play with Luka, it's going to be in Dallas. And hey, you know, I'm not the biggest LeBron guy, but you know what? If he turns a Mavericks throws a Mavericks uniform I'm on board. Like, I mean, you can't tell me you wouldn't be either. I mean, you can, but I would disagree. Would you trade for LeBron this offseason? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'll just throw it this way. You're telling me you wouldn't trade Tim Hardaway Jr. and Davis Bertans and Dwight Powell and a couple of firsts for LeBron? I would. Like, why wouldn't you? Because that would be a win of a trade. All right, let's go from LeBron to one of his former teammates, Kyrie Irving. Our good friends over at NBA Analysis are back at it when it comes to Kyrie Irving trade rumors, as they threw this idea out there. And look, if Jalen Brunson walks, you never know. The Mavericks may have to try to do something drastic. Now, again, I want to continue to preach this with Brunson. If he walks, it's not like $20 million frees up. That's on top of your current cap situation because you have his bird rights. The Mavs are already capped out. So if you lose Brunson, you would still have to trade away a Spencer Dinwiddie and a Bertans or something like that to clear the cap space for a guy like Kyrie Irving. So keep that in mind. Now, it would be interesting to see how Kyrie and Luka play together. It would definitely be a lot of heavy ISO ball, which you see that already some with Dallas, with Luka running some ISO, and of course Brunson probably the heaviest ISO player on the team right now, along with Spencer Dinwiddie a little bit as well. Kyrie can fit. Now, I don't know if he fits culturally. I don't know if he's going to, knock heads with guys in the locker rooms because, he's just kind of got a reputation for not being the most reliable teammate, regardless of the reasons. He's only played in 60-plus games 4 times in an 11-year career. That's pretty disappointing, if we're being completely honest. Now, here's NBA Analysis trade idea. Kyrie Irving to the Mavs for Spencer Dinwiddie, Tim Hardaway, and a couple of first-round picks. This would be the trade package here. And I mean, I guess on paper you're clearly getting the best player, but again, Kyrie's just not that reliable. So I think I'm bailing on this trade. I think Brooklyn wins this trade. They get 2 more reliable players, Dinwiddie, a guy that they're familiar with, Hardaway, who can be a knockdown shooter, and they get some future draft capital, which is something they'll need around that time because that'll be, when Durant in his late 30s, etc., as they're looking to move to the next era of Nets basketball. Now, also, NBA analysis cooked this trade up. Kyrie Irving to the Mavs, Terry Rozier, Tim Hardaway, and a 2026 first to Brooklyn for Spencer Dinwiddie and a first to Charlotte. So this one's pretty interesting. It doesn't really change anything for the Mavs because you're getting Kyrie and you're still getting rid of 2 first-round picks, but the Nets also get Terry Rozier in that trade as well. Which trade do you like better? Let us know in the comments section. I'd probably just keep it simple with the first one, but at the end of the day, and by the way, you can type 0 if you don't like any of them because NBA analysis back at it, cooking up some trades. But, I just am not that keen on Kyrie. If I'm being honest, he's about 30 now. He, misses a lot of time. He's, thinks the earth is flat. There's all kinds of stuff going on there. So I would probably steer clear. Oh, and by the way, he can't defend a lick. I mean, I might get a couple buckets on him. So keep that in mind. All right, let's get back to the on-court stuff. Appreciate you for indulging those rumors. Game 2 set for tomorrow night, Friday night, in San Francisco. Golden State 6.5-point favorites. It's kind of funny. Game 1 ended, and you kind of felt like, well, that was very similar to Phoenix Game 1, where the higher seed pulled away in the second half. I'll say this, though. I actually feel better after that Game 1 than I did against Phoenix. Now, I think these are a few adjustments that could be made. Finney-Smith could be matched up on Wiggins instead of Clay. And a reason you would maybe do that, Clay doesn't really dribble much. So you could honestly probably put Luka on Clay if you want to. Now, maybe he'll put the ball on the floor a little bit more if Luka's guarding him, but it's not like Clay is creating a ton of offense. Got to be better on offense and defense. It's kind of obvious, right? It's as simple as make shots. Make open shots. Make Curry work a little harder. How about this? Don't get out-rebounded by 16 against a small ball team. That's another key. Now, when you miss as many shots as the Mavs did, you're going to give up a lot of rebounds, but Steph Curry can't get 12 rebounds. I'll tell you that right now. So make him work harder on both ends, and that will go a long way. And the last key, like we mentioned, just hit shots. I mean, it's a make-or-miss league, and the Mavs missed a ton of them. 37 3-pointers in game number 1. That cannot continue if you want to win this series, and I don't think it will. That was just the ultimate bad team shooting night. It's like, they drank a bad batch of coffee or something, or beer that, Luka was having with Boban, according to internet rumors. Who you got in game 2? Type DAL for the Mavericks. GS dub for the Golden State Warriors. I think Dallas will play better. I'll say this, while it's not impossible because the Mavs have already done it coming back from 2-0, feel better if you won this one compared to last series. Coming back from 2-0 twice in a row, especially against a team with championship pedigree, feels like a long shot. So it's a big game for Dallas. Got to win game 2 in my opinion. DAL for the Mavs or GSW for the Warriors in game number 2. All right, that's going to do it for today's program. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to Mavericks Today, youtube.com/MavsTV. We'll see you guys soon, so subscribe and go Mavs in game 2.